if we are the Arsenal, as far as I'm concerned, we're the best team left in this competition. So why shouldn't we win it? Someone tell me that. Why shouldn't we be looking to win it? Yes, my people, then wagwan, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you are all blessed on this Thursday morning or night, wherever you are watching this around the world. First of all, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, and after the video, make sure you leave a comment in the comment section below. We're going to get into it today. We're going to review the Carabao Cup game that happened yesterday between Preston and Arsenal and how we went on. We know we won. We're going to get into who we've got in the quarterfinals and how I expect Arsenal to go about this competition as well. And then we're going to touch briefly on Newcastle, because that is the midday, that is the early kickoff on Saturday. So like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into this. So anything less than a win yesterday, I would have been fuming. Even if we won but we trickled, I don't know, it was like 1-1, then it went to penalties, I still would have been fuming, because there is no reason why we should not have won that game in normal time, and we did. Preston 0, Arsenal 3, and there are some, but there's Ethan and Nwaneri. Let's just get into it. Why not? Let's just get into it. The goal he scored yesterday was absolutely brilliant. It was a brilliant goal to watch. He was the man of the match in the Bolton game for the Carabao Cup. He was the man of the match in this game too, and that kid is starting to ball out in the minutes that he's given. Arteta doesn't want to rush him. I want to start him. I want to rush him. I want him in this team, but Arteta's the manager, and he's understanding that you have to bleed him in slowly. You have to bleed him in slowly. These youngsters, you have to bleed him in slowly. He did a cramp up in the game yesterday. He did cramp up, so maybe he hasn't reached that full fitness yet of what Arteta wants him to play in the Premier League. I want him to play in the Premier League, but no, this kid is close to getting those starts. He was pulling the strings in midfield yesterday. The creativity, we even saw it when he went off. When he went off the pitch, all that creativity disappeared, and we found it harder to break down Preston, even though we still made chances, but it just wasn't as creative. It was going much more to the wings, much more when Ethan went off, because it was very central and he was just picking up the ball, playing plays in. He played Sterling in a few times, got a couple shots off. He even hit the bar in the second half from a crazy same shot that he did in the first half. So the kid, some are calling him the new star boy. He might be the new star boy, but for right now, Ethan Nwaneri is a brilliant player, and he is knocking on. If the brother's been knocking on the door for a start in the Premier League, he's absolutely been knocking on the door. So we'll see what happens with Ethan. Absolutely, we'll see what happens with him. But if there was a big shining light yesterday, the fact that we got through, Ethan starred again, and he's doing what he needs to do to stake a claim to start in this Arsenal team. So big up Ethan yesterday. Big up yourself yesterday in your performance. You've done brilliantly. Now, from the new kid on the block to one of the old boys on the block, he's not that old yet, but he's getting there. Gabriel Jesus finally scored after not being able to score no goals in about 23-24 games. He needed that goal yesterday, and it was a great finish. Actually, it was a very good finish inside the penalty box. Ball in from Martinelli, headed down by Kivior, and Jesus just smashes it in on his right foot, and he needed that goal yesterday. He could have scored a few more goals yesterday. There's something about his finishing. He's a very relaxed finisher. He will get the ball on target, but he just won't have the same conviction. Just that, like, I'm thinking, the corner is your friend. Get that ball in the corner. The corner is your friend. And I don't know what it is with Jesus. We knew he was never clinical. But don't you want to be clinical when you're almost having like $250,000 a week? Don't you want to be clinical? Why can't you be clinical is my question. So, yeah. And he had a decent game yesterday. Most players did have a decent game yesterday as Preston. I didn't expect any, yes, but it was good that he got the monkey off his back and scoring a goal. That's a serious goal drought. Like, I don't know if I've said this before, but I don't remember Lacazette going that long without a goal. Not even Giroud went 24 games without a goal. Do you see what I'm saying? And he's not even on. He wasn't on the amount of money Jesus is on now. So you have to step up, but you got a goal. Now you need to go again and score again. We need goals from you this season. I need at least 10 goals from you this season. It sounds like a big ask because you haven't scored more than 10 goals in a season for Arsenal. Now, we know you've been injured as well. We'll give you that. I'll absolutely give you that. But at the same time, The same thing I said to Kai Havertz last season. You need to start being a player where you're just going to turn up and put the ball in the net, even if you don't have a good game. Put the ball in the net, Jesus. But you did well yesterday. So thank you. Next person I'm going to talk about. This brother got baptized when he left Chelsea. He came in and said, "You're going to see the best of me," and all of that business. Yesterday, I feel like the goal could have been left open, no keeper, and Sterling still wouldn't have scored. That wasn't because he was playing terribly. I mean, there was more glimpses and flashes. For someone that has played for Liverpool, City, Chelsea, international career of England, everything, all of that, I get that you're coming into a system that you're not used to, but you got to hit the ground running. And he struggled in his first couple of starts. Sterling he has absolutely struggled. And yesterday, like I said, there was glimpses and flashes yesterday, but he didn't really take a hold of the game. A player like Sterling who should. I mean, there were points in the game where he just twists up players and you can see that, the talent is there. And if you can harness that and actually get his head in the right place too, he would ball out for Arsenal. Absolutely would ball out for Arsenal. But yesterday, the amount of chances he had in the second half, he was literally playing down the middle. So it was literally trying to get him on a goal. And then literally in the dying embers of the game, it's basically through on goal. The ball breaks and Kai Havertz is running through straight on goal. He literally sweats it to Sterling. It's the perfect thing you'd want. He literally sweated the ball to Sterling, and it was a goal line saving tackle from their defender. Sterling doesn't get his goal, and what can you do at that point? And the final whistle literally goes after that. Literally, we did everything in his book to try and score. He just couldn't get on the score sheet yesterday, and he does need to step up. Sterling does. Do you know what I mean? I have patience, but you do need to step up. So you have to step up. You have to do it. You have to. You need to. And yesterday was a game to get a goal. Yesterday was absolutely a game yesterday. And unfortunately, you didn't get it. But we go again. We absolutely go again. And you just need to step up. Otherwise, a lot of fans are going to be asking for your head. Pause. Let me have some honourable mentions for yesterday, because on Sunday I was very, very, very annoyed when Jakob Kiwior came on, because I feel like he could have stood his ground more if his positioning was better. Salah doesn't score the equaliser and potentially going to beat Liverpool. But yesterday he got 2 assists. The first assist for Jesus' goal. Martinelli sends in the ball. Jakob Kiwior heads it back to Jesus, and Jesus smashes it in. And then the ball in the second half for Kai Havertz scored. The cross that he whipped in, and Kai Havertz just bangs it in the net. That was a brilliant assist. It was a brilliant assist. I can't state it, so big up to Jakob Kiwior yesterday. Got 2 assists yesterday. It went under the radar. It was a great performance, a great solid performance from Kiwior. Another honourable mention goes to Zinchenko. He was playing in midfield yesterday effectively. He was playing a 3-2, 3-2. You know what I mean? Effectively, that man was in midfield yesterday, pulling the strings with Jorginho in midfield, giving Nwaneri and Marino the license to go forward and do what they need to do. And he's going to be crucial. He needs minutes in his legs, and he does, because we're going to need him in December. December is a busy period coming up. It's a very busy period. So we're going to need him for those hectic games that we're going to need. If people are complaining about rotating now, rotating the squad, we're going to rotate a lot in December. I can already see it coming. So I'm glad he got minutes in his leg, and he's slowly but surely going to get his own ball rolling soon. Who else want to give an honourable mention to? It was Jesus. So we've spoken about Jesus, spoken about Sterling, spoken about Zinni. Setford, calm and collected for the first time seeing him in goal. Absolutely. I feel like there was a point in the second half where he could have came for one of the crosses. I feel like that's just one of the things he's just going to need to learn. Be confident, control your box, command it. But no, he was comfortable with the ball at his feet. Left the area, came out of the area a few times, that kind of super keeper role. So he's comfortable to do some things, and it was Preston, so he's probably testing himself. But a good debut, and a good to see him between the sticks. Is there anyone else that I'm thinking about? Martinelli had a decent game. See now. Mikel Merino and Urian Timber did come off at the beginning of the second half. I'm just hoping that's just them getting minutes in their legs, protection, saving them for Saturday. That's it. Bringing on Saka. I mean, like, did you have to? Did you have to bring on Saka, Mikel? Was it needed? Did you have to maybe get some minutes in his leg? It's the what if. My worry is what if 9 times out of 10 he's gonna be fine, but what if? Do you see what I'm saying? We got away with it. It's fine. Saliba got through the game. Fine. These players will be ready for Saturday at Newcastle. So, all in all, calm performance. Went down to Preston, came back with a quarter-final. I cannot complain at all. So let's actually talk about the quarter-final and who we have got. You know, I like saying quarter-final. It feels nice. It may not be a Champions League quarter-final or an FA Cup quarter-final, but a quarter-final nonetheless, because some of these young players that are getting minutes in this Carabao Cup, they can use that. They can use that, and if we get to a final, they can be like, well, I was a part of this team that helped us get to this final. And the youngsters, if they was to win a cup like this, it would push them on and want them to work harder to actually break into the first team. This is one of the reasons why the Carabao Cup is important. It's more for the youngsters. Much more for the youngsters, you know, and us as a club, because we do need silverware. We need silverware regardless. And if this is the nice starting point, the Carabao Cup, to push us on to get the bigger ones, let's go for it. We love Wembley. So let's take this seriously and let's get into it. The quarterfinal. Now, the biggest tie in the quarterfinal, we're going to go from, because it's only 4 games we're looking at. But the biggest tie in the quarterfinal is, of course, Tottenham versus Manchester United. The biggest game in the quarterfinal. It's going to have eyes on it. One of the big boys is going out. Well, you know what I mean. After that, you have Newcastle versus Brentford. I feel like Newcastle may have that. But you know what? It's a cup game. It's a cup, so anything can happen in the cups. And then Liverpool got a very easy draw versus Southampton. They'll be facing Southampton away at St Mary's. But then again, it's a cup. Anything can happen in the cup. Then us, the Arsenal, we will be facing Crystal Palace at home. The return of Eddie Nketiah. I bet he will score. He will most likely score against us. We know the drill. We know the deal. We know former Arsenal players love scoring against us. He's probably going to score. Let's just get it out there and get it done. That being said, though, we should be going through to the semi-final. We should be going straight through to a semi-final. If we are the Arsenal, as far as I'm concerned, we're the best team left in this competition. So why shouldn't we win it? Someone tell me that. Why shouldn't we be looking to win it? Absolutely. When you turn up on a day and you respect your opponents and everything else, I get that. You have to show respect. But in our heads as well, at the same time, if we step up to the plate, everyone's fit and everything else, who wins this competition? It's us. So it should be a minimum to win this competition. Bare minimum to win this competition. Because like I said, we need it. We need to start adding trophies to us, and then we can even, once we get over the line, once the team gets over a line, a theoretical line of winning trophies, we can start pushing them more. So we will see what happens. Now this game is going to come around the 17th or 16th of December, and that's a hectic period. It's going to come in between Everton and actually Crystal Palace, in between 2 Premier League games, Everton and Crystal Palace. And we've got about 6 games in 2 weeks. It's a game every 3-4 days. It's going to be relentless, and that's why I said as well. Rotation is going to be key, very key for that period, because a lot of players are going to need a rest. They're going to need a rest. But players are starting to stake claims, like an Nwaneri that can come in, Lewis Kelly can come in. Zinni's coming back. Hopefully by then, Tomiyasu. There will be a lot of players back by then for us to even manage this period. So yeah, we should be looking to win this competition. We really should. We're the best team left there. Why can't we win it? Why can't we start off the year nicely in February with a cup in our pocket in February? We should. I feel like every Arsenal fan should be looking to win this competition, whether they think it's important or not. We should be looking to win this competition because we are the best team left. Fact. And that's it for the match reaction. Invincibles 1.0 nil. Invincibles 2.0 3. Wait, ain't that crazy? Preston have our nicknames, the Invincibles, and Tottenham's nicknames, the Lily Whites. That just feels wrong. It just feels wrong, but it's fine. It's Preston, that's them man there. We can be happy we've moved on. And next up is Newcastle. Newcastle at St James's Park, 12:30 on a Saturday afternoon. That is not going to be easy at all. They just lost in the league to Chelsea on the weekend, but they did beat him in the cup. But in terms of Premier League being the bread and butter, they are not going to want to lose 2 games back to back. And the fact that they can see us wounded, injuries and everything else, they are going to stick it on us on that game. So I'm going to get into that preview in the next video, which is going to come out either tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. I'm not going to wait for the press. I usually wait for the press conference to understand the whole team is, but I feel like I know in my mind generally what the situation is. So that preview to the Newcastle game for Saturday is coming out tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. If you're subscribed and you've already hit them notification bells, you don't need to worry about that because you're already locked in. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Am I arrogant to say that, yo, we're the best competition, we're the best team left in this competition? Do Liverpool fans have an opinion about that? Do Man United fans have an opinion about that? They shouldn't, but do they have an opinion about that? Tottenham? Come on. Let's not even do that. But anyway, love and guidance, people. Peace.